All right. Hello, everyone. This is Kay from Jump for Joy Fitness and Ministries. I had to think about it for a moment. I'm making this video right now because if you are anything like me, you have spent a lot of time trying to figure out what is rebounding, why should I do it, which one should I use, what's the benefits, how much should I spend, how do I use it, what should I wear when I'm jumping and rebounding. And so I wanted to come and compile all of my months of research just to show you all some of the things that I've found. Now, if you have spent a whole lot of time trying to make your decision and watched a ton of videos, you might not learn anything new, right, from this video. But for those of you who have not spent a lot of time, well, welcome. I hope you subscribe. I am on a journey to lose 75 pounds. Yes, that's right. 75. Back, let me say about a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I think I was at my heaviest. I was around 240 pounds. And since then on my journey, I come to learn that I am actually a diabetic. I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. I was struggling with high blood pressure, and now it's not as high as it was, but it's still borderline. And obesity. So I needed to do something. I have tried keto, and for me, that just raised my cholesterol. I don't know about anyone else, but I would do right for a few days, and then there'd be a delicious box of cereal on the top of my fridge, and I'd go have a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch or something in a weak moment, because I also figured out I used to be an emotional eater. And so keto did not work for me. I also have tried veganism, which is what I'm currently doing now, or basically plant-based, not fully vegan. I am plant-based now, and I have seen some results with that, including not having all those hormones in my body from the meat and the dairy and cheese. Has helped some of my PCOS symptoms to reside. And then also, I just needed something for daily movement. So I've had trainers that I've worked out with, one as recent as this past summer. And I feel like, I don't know, whenever I start a workout program, it needs to be fun. I like to dance. And if you like to dance, then you know, man, dance is such an amazing way to, fight off depression. Like, there have been studies to say that dance is the most effective way to battle that spirit of depression, right? Because when you get depressed, you just want to lay down in the bed and not get up. You don't want to engage with anything or anyone. But with rebounding, what I came to discover was not only does it help me to make sure I'm meeting my targets for movement and exercise every day, it's just fun. And it keeps those nasty spirits of depression away from me. When I feel sad, I can come in here and jump for 10 minutes. And I'm telling you, there's something about getting my blood moving, my heart pumping, and doing this joyful jump that is really, really useful for me. So I first learned about rebounding because I was looking for ways to exercise if I was, experiencing some back pain. And for me, I was having some kind of sciatica or something on the right side of my body. And I would still go walk, right? Like every day I was walking on my lunch break at work. for at least 45 minutes of that hour, sometimes a little longer. And that was helping with my sciatica. And I was doing a lot of stretching too, right? Just stretch, stretch, stretch. And so when I left that one job and moved to a different one, I was doing a lot more working from home. And I found it a little bit harder to get motivated to go out and walk. I still did, I still would get up and go out and walk, but I got this rebounder in the dead of winter, and for me, it was the right choice. So in your research, you've probably come across the fact that this is low impact, meaning rebounding absorbs the shock when you're jumping, okay? And there are studies that were done on astronauts, a NASA study that was done that said that when the astronauts were up in space, they would lose some of their bone density. And it was through rebounding that they were able to build that back up. And so if you're someone who is, you have a family history of osteoporosis, this might be for you. And so I got a Bellicon rebounder. I got the largest size they have, which I believe is a 49-inch, because I wanted to be able to move around on it. And at the time, I really couldn't afford the Bellicon, so I did a payment plan on it. And luckily, I was able to come into some money, and I paid it off fairly quickly. I just trusted and believed, this is what I want. I paid like $1,200 for this thing. Now, could I have gotten a cheaper model? Sure, but I'm happy with this purchase, okay? So that's what led me to rebounding. Now, when I rebound with socks. I don't use shoes on my rebounder, and it's just a personal preference for me. I have seen it where people do use shoes, and it helps with ankle support for some, but for me, shoeless with socks, and sometimes I'll use my grip socks from my Pilates classes. That works fine for me as well. What else? When I first started rebounding, I had trouble with getting in the right position. And so I want to send a shout out right now to a YouTube channel called Earth and Owl. She talks a lot about the right position. So when you're using your rebounder, it might be a little bit, I don't want to say painful, but you'll notice parts of your body that you need to pay attention to fairly quickly. And so for me, sometimes I would feel a little bit of extra tension or something in my legs. And so the way that I was able to take care of those things is just stretch beforehand. And so in my videos on this channel, my first 2 or 3 videos, I did not do the stretching. But moving forward, we'll always include a light stretch, right? Stretch it out. You want to make sure that you're stretching before you jump into it. That helps to warm up all of your muscles because they're going to be moving, right? What else? Let's see. The benefits for me, again, is it's just joyful. That's why I decided to call this Jump for Joy. And the reason why this is my ministry is because I talk about God and we pray. For me, my testimony is one that is a bit unusual, but what I have come to learn is prayer is powerful. It just is. And when I pray to God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I won't ever deny the power of God to heal my body. And so as I grow closer in my walk with God, and I think about the fivefold ministry, to be an evangelist, evangelize, to be a prophet, prophesy, to pastor, to be an apostle, and to teach. And where I fit in that, I am teaching and I'm evangelizing through this channel. And so in my videos, you'll notice I have a prayer in the description box, and we will typically close with a prayer because prayer works. Prayer works. I was raised in a missionary Baptist church, and when I moved away from home for a while, it was a season of the wilderness. It was hard for me to find a new church home, and in those years, I had such a spiritual attack. There was only God that was able to help me in those moments. And so, if you know, like I know, sometimes sickness is a spiritual attack. It's the spirit of infirmity. And you can fight it. You don't have to lay down and let it grip you. So I pray for everyone. And I pray before I even start my day. What else about rebounding here do I want to say? On this journey, while rebounding is great, it is joyful, you get to move, it's not all that you should be doing, right? In order for me to lose that 75 pounds that I want to lose, I'm going to have to change things about, my diet. I've been fasting with my church, which fasting is powerful too. There are so many videos all over YouTube about intermittent fasting, but also biblical fasting. Both of those work, right? Water only fast, dry fasting, time restricted fasting. All of it works, and I'm incorporating all of that into my plan. Beyond my diet and fasting, you'll also be needing to do some weight training. So right behind me, you see my kettlebells. If you have PCOS, you might know or notice you're a little bit weaker, right? So you need to be lifting some weights, lift heavy weights, and you need to do that a few times a week, and that's what I'll be doing as well. So I hope that answers any questions that you might have on your journey as you're looking to either lose weight the way that I am, or get stronger the way that I am, and just change things about your overall health and wellness. What else do I want to say? I don't know. I love to tell people to be encouraged, right? These times that we are living in are challenging. And I think the more that we focus on the good and the positive that we can do for ourselves and for others, that's a part of our healing as well. So with that, I want to conclude this video. Again, I hope that you subscribe. If you would like to sow a seed into this very new and beginning ministry, please do so. I would love, for any of you all who have used rebounding in terms of your journey, to share your testimony in the comments. I'm still learning. So again, Bellicon is my rebounder of choice. I got the 49-inch. It cost me a pretty penny. I did a payment plan, but I do not regret it. I do have the bar. I just have never used it. And for this channel, I guess I'll have to go and find it. I have the T-bar from Bellicon. So yes, some of the times I will be outside, and I'm also thinking of how I will grow this, but right now I'm in a season of doing instead of just always dreaming and thinking, right? And if you're anything like me, you know how big of a step this is. So again, everyone, be encouraged. Let's work out. Don't overthink this thing. Rebounding all 2025 and beyond. I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to pray.